Go as he walked past us, very popular already. The Manchester United fans can see what an excellent job he's doing. Can he steer his team into a semi-final? Let's find out in the presence of our commentary team, Lee Dixon and Sam Matterface.
Thanks, Mark. Good evening, afternoon, everyone. It's not the treble, but after reaching the last end of it. Pereira looking for Diop, who's trying to tease David De Gea, and he had to react.
Yeah, there's certainly one thing on the mind: get the ball in the box as soon as he can, out of his feet, and it's a good long deep ball. He just tries to loop it.
Full-back Anthony Robinson. There's a little slip from Pereira. He's backing him up. It comes to Willian. Just didn't catch it right.
Yeah, really good set-up play. Pereira just in that space. When they win the ball back, he's ahead of McTominay, and he just drives into
Hernandez. A lovely ball into the centre, which is prodded away. It's Weghorst. And he just didn't catch it. He did have options to his left and his right.
Yeah, it was set on a plate for him by Rashford.
Great way to pass towards Mitrovic. And Harrison Reed has escaped, and he's got options waiting in the centre. He didn't know which one to choose.
Oh, what a chance that is. He's done brilliantly well to get away from Martinez, and when he gets there, he kind of can't...
Ream tossing it back into a dangerous area, and no one attacked it.
Well, we could play extra time. Another 2 hours of football, you won't see a better ball than this. Out of his feet, right into the...
Fernandes, he's got Sancho at the far post. Just didn't have enough strength on the ball to get through to him. It was a good read from Bernd Leno.
Yeah, it's a good ball. We bypassed the middle of the park. Soon it
was blown. Pereira, Ream, almost came up. He's crossed it towards Weghorst. He couldn't quite stretch for it. Sabitzer was in there too.
Well, that's what he does, Rashford. He puts balls like that and he creates from that left-hand side. Thing is, when he does that, Sancho isn't coming...
Pragmatic. There's nothing pragmatic about Harrison Reed. And then Mitrovic goes down under collision with Martinez. It was a lovely pirouette from Reed to set it up. And was it a dive from Mitrovic?
Well, he gets goal side, and then a little bit of Martinez just touches the back of his ankle there.
Robinson's cross towards Mitrovic. There's another decent delivery from a wide area.
Well, they work it really well. And when they get it wide, they don't think anything other than in the box, out your feet.
Now Sabitzer, now Rashford. And there's space in the centre for Weghorst. But the goalkeeper, Bernd Leno, did a really good job narrowing down the angle.
Yeah, lots of things going off in front of Leno, and he's just got to get his distances right.
Lots of red shirts to aim at now. One of them is Luke Shaw at the far post, and Kenny Tete read it. And just guided away from the England fullback who went charging into the box.
Yeah, there he goes. He gets away from Extended Hіghlіghts, and he gets into that area.
Comes through to Sabitzer. Carried away by Bernd Leno and picked up at the second attempt. He's had a couple of chances in Manchester United red, but hasn't yet opened his account.
Yeah, it come to him by mistake. A little
played the reverse ball to Sabitzer. Here's Rashford. Wasn't anticipating it. Fernandes back into water. It's a decent effort, not too far away. It comes to Weghorst, down to Sancho, back to McTominay, takes a deflection, it's behind for a corner. You just wonder whether or not Sancho could have pulled the trigger himself.
Well, McTominay puts it in the net, you say.
Willian's going to win it, take it away, and that's going to be half-time. Well, Fulham have fond memories of Wembley Stadium, having won 2 playoffs there in the last 5 years, and in that first half they've shown they are more than capable of getting there again. It's all square, and it's Willian, and now Anthony Robinson, and it's just over the top after a timely save from David De Gea.
No, it's a good chance, but why Willian doesn't hit this with his left foot, I have no idea. Just now, just put your thought.
And Willian hitting it! And David De Gea had to get something on it again.
Oh, that's brilliant effort. We know what he's going to do, Willian. He's got this trick absolutely on a tee.
Aimed in by Pereira. Again, it's helped on towards Mitrovic! And he has snatched the lead for Fulham. And it's nothing more than they deserve. His first FA Cup goal is a goal for Fulham at Old Trafford, which puts them a step closer towards the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Marcus Rashford down, The referee being told that there was an infringement in the build-up to it, but the celebrations continue for Fulham.
Well, it's just around the penalty box. Rashford's in the box. The crowd.
It's Rashford from Weghorst, and a chance for Bruno Fernandes. Never really looked set for that.
Well, the big long ball to Weghorst. It's a good header out to Rashford. It's a difficult ball to Fernandes.
It's bent towards the far post, and Tete. Mitrovic fighting for it. Pin perfect. It's Mitrovic! There it was. Great save from David De Gea. Willian. Aiming towards that near post. Mitrovic again. It's sent back to Sancho. He'll strike it. Deflection. Seems to be winning. Here's Rashford. Trying to get it. He has. Can Sancho get his finish right? He can't. He thinks it was a handball by Willian.
Well, they'll be having a look at this. I'm not sure. Straight away, Willian was pointing to his chest. For me, it looks like his hand just comes out. His handball is going to give a penalty here.
Well, VAR are checking it. And Sancho, Old Trafford. They won today. Penalty kick. And it's a red card for Willian. And for Mitrovic as well, who's kicked off big style. And Fulham are losing their heads. And Louis Barmorte, the assistant manager of Fulham, has had to come across and drag him away. And these are scenes that you do not want to see. And there's to level things up for Manchester United, and he does. And the tide turns in the FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester United are back on terms. Fulham down to 9 men, lost their heads. What was Mitrovic thinking? Here's Shaw from Sancho, in towards Sabitzer. He didn't take long. Manchester United take full advantage. And in the blink of an eye, they've got from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. And they're on their way to the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
Well, they're looking for an offside, but Shaw's onside. And when he gets in that position...
Into Weghorst, trying to... Fred moving around, Sabitzer with another effort. And again, Anthony, stinging the palms of Bernd Leno, did very well to gobble up the second ball after he parried the first one away. 40 seconds. Fred onto Bruno Fernandes to seal it. Well, Manchester United, if they weren't before, they're in an unassailable position now. It's going to be another Wembley appearance for Erik ten Hag and this Manchester United team.
Well, it's a numbers game and they just run out of numbers, Fulham.